had to just lock in and get it done. Guys, I don't know if you feel the same as me, but I feel like January has been dragging on. Like, how is it still the first month of the year? But also at the same time, it feels like I filmed my 2025 reset yesterday. Like, how has it been a month since I last reset? I don't know how these two things are both true at the same time, but that is how I feel. But I will say I am very excited to reset for Feb. Somehow we're at the end of January. Somehow it's going to be February in a few days. And I am ready to reset my whole entire life and set myself up to have the best Feb ever. This is my first monthly reset of the year. Well, I guess, like, yeah, let's just call it the first monthly reset of the year. Even though I reset for Jan. That was a 2025 reset, you know? But I've decided I'm gonna do these monthly resets every single month this year. Honestly, to hold me accountable so that I actually do them. Because I've mentioned in the past, sometimes I'm on my game, I'm on top of my shit, I do my monthly reset, and then all of a sudden I will fall off and I won't do them, and it's not a good time. And then also, hopefully it will motivate you guys. I feel like it's a win-win situation. So you will know if you've watched any of my reset videos before that the first thing I do is deep clean my apartment. I cannot organize any other part of my life if my apartment feels messy, cluttered, untidy. A clean space is a clean mind, even though that sounds dirty. That was not the best wording. Every time I deep clean my apartment, I deep clean it kind of in an anti-clockwise direction, and I'm gonna do that again today, but I was just thinking maybe every month I should switch direction so that it feels a little bit different. But basically, I start in my bedroom, which is this room here. Then I go to the bathroom, the kitchen, and then I finish in the living room. I don't have to deep clean the office. That is Cal's area. He is responsible for that. So I'm gonna start in the bedroom and then make my way around. And then I guess for the March reset, maybe we'll switch it up and we'll go the other way. And of course, I will be putting on a little podcast or an album or a YouTube video because there's just absolutely no way I'm gonna be left alone with my thoughts. Absolutely not. I refuse. Guys, this is so sad. I forgot that I was changing my bed sheets today, so I already made my bed. And now I have to unmake it to wash the sheets, and I can't not wash the sheets. I need fresh sheets for the new month, and I also did my fake tan last night, which, side note, is probably why I look orange right now. I also went to Pilates this morning and was like deep cleaning my apartment. It is a full body workout in itself, so I'm still in my Pilates clothes. I didn't sweat at Pilates, so I feel like it's fine. Anyway, I feel like it's sad that now I have to take all the sheets off the bed and wash them when my bed is so nicely made. It's fine. We're still gonna do it. Bedroom is done. I think that took me like 30 minutes, which is pretty good considering I wiped down literally everything and vacuumed so much. Like, I kept vacuuming to try and make sure I got literally everything out of the carpet. I can like see dust flying around now. But I'm gonna put the sheets in the wash, and while they're washing, I'm gonna deep clean the bathroom. I'm not gonna deep clean the shower. If you guys have watched my resets before, you know that I will always clean the shower when I'm in the shower, but I am gonna deep clean absolutely everything else. it's done. I was actually just having lunch and the washing machine went off. I feel like I've told you guys this in a vlog, but when our washing machine finishes, it just keeps beeping for so long. Probably, I don't want to say 5 minutes, that feels a bit dramatic, but it beeps for 10 seconds at a time for like 2 minutes, and it'll have a little break in between where you're like, okay, she's done, finally we get it, and then she goes again. It's so annoying. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the sheets in the dryer, I'm gonna put the towels in the wash, and then I'm going to clean the kitchen. Okay guys, it is the next day. It is officially time to start doing some of the admin parts of the monthly reset. Side note, I feel so good now that my apartment has been deep cleaned. I'm sorry I didn't speak to you much during the deep clean. I had to just lock in. I had to just lock in and get it done. I couldn't pause the podcast. I couldn't share my thoughts. I was just in the zone. But my apartment is clean, and now the first thing that I'm gonna do is a digital clean. Just like how if my apartment is messy and cluttered and dirty, I feel like I can't focus, I can't concentrate. I feel the same way with my laptop, and I use my laptop literally every single day. I'm fully self-employed, so this thing is honestly working overtime. Also, side note, I don't know if I told you, I'm sure I did, but I finally got a new MacBook. I'm pretty sure in my 2025 reset, I was talking about how my MacBook was on its last legs, how it could barely function. Well, she's been replaced, and I'm very happy. My life has literally changed. But yeah, I need to have my MacBook organized. I need all my files in the right folder. I need files that I don't need deleted, transferred to a hard drive, all that kind of stuff to feel the best way I can feel. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Guys, my MacBook is so organized and clean. This is so satisfying. There's no files in the downloads folder. The desktop is empty. There's no folder called sort full of random files that I need to sort through, which I've made a lot of in the past. It just feels very organized, and I feel very ready to move into the next parts of the reset. So next thing we're gonna do is something that I honestly haven't done a lot of in the past, and that is a little end of month reflection. So every month I want to take some time to reflect on the month that's just gone past. I want to look at what I did well, what I didn't do well, how I was feeling, what I learned, all of that kind of stuff, because I feel like reflecting on the month that's just gone will really help me set myself up for the month that's about to come. So in my Notion, also I'm just looking at my laptop over here, in my Notion, in my goals page, in the monthly goals, I have obviously all my monthly goals at the top of the page, but then underneath I have this section called end of month review. I have had this set up since I set up my goals page, but I genuinely think I've done it literally once. I'm not going to focus on the fact that I haven't done it in the past. I'm just going to try and do it every single month this year. And I feel like since I'm filming this, it will hold me accountable. Let me know if you guys do end of month reflections and if you like doing them. But yeah, I have this little section and it has a couple of subheadings. It has liked, learned, lacked, and longed for. And then each section has a question. So liked is what did I enjoy most this month? Learned is what did I learn this month? Lacked, what could I have done better this month? And longed for, what do I wish existed or was possible to make this month run smoother? And then as you can see, I just have to jot a couple of things under each section. I really feel like this is going to be helpful because sometimes in the past I've just gone into the next month and set up systems, but I haven't reflected and really thought about whether those systems are benefiting me the most. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out right now. Okay, I just finished my monthly reflection. Who would have thought that writing down how you feel and reflecting on your life would have such a positive impact? It's almost like being honest with yourself and communicating really helps. I actually feel so good after that, guys. And I really liked these headings and these prompts. I feel like if I was just to go in with a blank page and try and write my thoughts, I would get really overwhelmed. So if you're thinking of doing a reflection, I definitely recommend these prompts. I do have a copy of my Notion template. I'll link it below. If you download that and then go into the goals section of it, you'll be able to access this end of month review. But yeah, I feel like I can really take parts of this and work on it or implement it in February. For example, under the section liked, one of the things I enjoyed most this month was reading before falling asleep. So in February, I'm gonna make it a habit to make sure I'm reading before I fall asleep because I can see that it really helped me in January. And a probably even better example under learned, what did I learn this month? I learned that I could probably benefit from journaling and I need more time to relax and not be overwhelmed. I did find a couple of times I would have too many back-to-back plans or too many plans in one week. And as much as I do love to be busy and on the go, I've noticed that that does not help my mental health. I need time to relax and be alone and to recharge. So I can take that information into next month when I'm booking plans or looking at my calendar. I can make sure I don't overbook and overwhelm myself. So I'm very happy that we did that. I feel like that was so beneficial. And since we're already in here, let's move on to doing my monthly goals. So if we scroll back up, we can see that these were my monthly goals. I'm sorry, a couple of them are personal, so I will have them blurred out. But basically, if you don't know, what I do is I make 2025 goals, like goals for the year, and then I break it down into monthly goals, and then I break my monthly goals down to weekly goals. So essentially, my weekly goals make me meet my monthly goals, and then my monthly goals help me achieve my yearly goals. I really like this system. In the past, I've set it up and not followed it, but this year, I am determined. So within my goals, I break them down into sections. So I have work, physical, financial, mental, hobbies, and personal. Personal is a new category that I introduced this year, just because I found that I would have a couple of goals. Like for instance, one of mine is to spend my birthday in Paris, and I felt like it just really didn't fit under any of the other categories, but I wanted to have it as a goal and not just something on my vision board. So those are the sections that I have, and then I have 2 goals for the year under each section, and then I follow that same structure with my monthly goals. So I have all of the categories and 2 goals under each section, and those goals under each section help to achieve the goals under that section in the 2025 goals. I really hope that makes sense. Let me give you a little example in case it doesn't. So one of my goals is to log 50 social media free days this year. So my January goal was to log 4 social media free days this year. So it's a goal under the same category that's going to help me meet my 2025 goal. And then when it came to my weekly goals, every week I had a goal of having 1 social media free day. That way, if I tick that goal off every single week, I hit the 4 social media free day goal of the month. And then if I'm hitting that same goal for every single month, I will hit my goal of 50 social media free days at the end of the year. That's just a little insight into how I do my goals. I basically have a year section, a month section, and a week section. So let's go ahead and see how I went with my monthly goals. I have a little status section, and I usually update it at the end of the week when I reflect and see how I went with my weekly goals. But since it's the end of the week now, it's time for me to update it. Guys, I hit 10 out of my 12 monthly goals. Honestly, I'm so proud of myself. And the 2 goals that I didn't hit, one of them I kind of knew as the month was going on that I wasn't gonna hit it, but I will in Feb. That was post once a week on all platforms. I really want to get better at posting short form. Like I did this for YouTube, but I've just been having a bit of a block for short form, but I will achieve that in Feb. I'm determined. I'm honestly not too stressed about that because I was consistent on YouTube and I did plan out some short form content. So I worked on it, it's in progress. And then same for my other work goal as well, which was to finalize another client, or like the plans for another client. And I had a meeting yesterday with a potential client and I have a couple of other things in the works. So that is also in progress. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my February goals, and then on top of that I'm going to set my goals for the first week of Feb as well. I've written down my monthly goals for Feb and then also my weekly goals. One thing that I am gonna do is I'm gonna write my weekly goals on a whiteboard. One thing I found in January, and honestly probably earlier if I'm being honest, is that I am more likely to achieve my goals if I have them written somewhere where I'm seeing them every single day. And I feel like with my Notion, even though I have them on my main page, I'm only seeing them when I'm on the main page of my Notion. And when it comes to my to-do list, I know I have to access it every single day and I will see everything in there because I need to get those things done. But when it comes to goals, like technically I don't need to achieve them. So I don't need to look over at my weekly goals section or even need to go into my goals page. I really have to actively do it. And I have been doing that in January, but something that I feel like will be more sustainable as the months go on, because it's kind of like inevitable that I'm gonna lose motivation on this, is to have my little weekly goals written on a whiteboard, and then I can just have my whiteboard on the desk. And that way I'll be seeing them all the time, especially on days when I'm not working. And I feel like that's gonna motivate me to achieve them more. And I figured a whiteboard was good because then I can just rub it out every single week. I don't have to waste paper or anything. I got this one from Big W. I feel like this is a good size. So I'm gonna go ahead and write down my weekly goals. I do feel like I need to order some cute whiteboard markers off of Amazon because this only came with this one here, which is fine. Obviously it will work, but it's not the cutest, you know? And I like my desk to look cute. But for now, it's fine. We will make this work. Oh, actually, wait, I almost forgot. I do have these whiteboard markers, but they are quite thick, so I don't feel like I would be able to actually write my goals, but maybe I can write myself a little cute heading with this blue one or purple one. I still want to get some cuter ones off Amazon. But for now, we work with what we've got. Okay guys, it's done. I fear it's kind of ugly. It's not bad, but it's not, she's not aesthetically pleasing, you know what I mean? Cal just offered to help me, which is so sweet. So maybe we'll change her up. She's good for now, but I would like her to be a little bit cuter. I actually remembered as I was filling this out that when we lived in Vancouver, I had a whiteboard where I would write my goals, and Cal made it look so cute with all the colors. So stay tuned, she'll probably look better. Also, I have to fill it out weekly, so every week I will improve. But I'm very excited to have this. I'm literally gonna put it on my desk next to the little Harry's House vinyl that I have, and I feel like it's gonna help so much having this right there. I'm not gonna be able to avoid it, and I'm gonna be able to achieve all of my goals. Okay, we have more admin to do, but I feel like I need a little break from my computer. So we are going to tackle a bunch of tasks that I've decided I'm gonna do monthly. Throughout the month, there would be something that came up and I was like, I should just add this to my monthly reset. I should do this once a month. So we're gonna tackle all of them right now. There's honestly not that many. There's only 4. I feel like we can really smash these out. Okay, so we have to wash my makeup brushes, wash my hairbrush, clean the dishwasher. That's actually a weekly task. Maybe I just wrote down that we could do it together in the reset, and clean the washing machine. So let's speed through all of these tasks literally as fast fast as we can. I'm gonna put my headphones on. I'm gonna listen to a little podcast or a little album, and I'm gonna try and smash these out literally as fast as possible. Also, if you ever hear me say in one of my vlogs, oh, I should add this to my monthly reset, like this should be something that I'm doing monthly, or if there's anything that you notice that I should be doing in my monthly reset, especially if I mention it, please let me know. Like, please let me know, because sometimes I say it and I forget. But anyway, let's smash through these tasks as fast as possible. I just remembered as I was doing those tasks that one of the things I wanted to do at the end of every month was book in any appointments that I knew I had to go to in Feb. And I could do this when I do the whole calendar part of the reset, but I'm gonna write it down in my little note that I made of things that I want to make sure I do in my monthly reset, and then I may as well just go and book them now while I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already thinking about it. I don't have too many that I have to book. I have a therapy appointment that I actually need to move because I booked it on a date that just doesn't work anymore, and I need to book in my nail appointment. I get my nails done once a month, and I also get my lashes done once a month. I actually don't have any lashes at the moment. Rip. So I'm gonna book those two, move my therapy appointment. Oh, and you know what I actually do have to do as well? I have to book a doctor's appointment. Usually I don't mind going to appointments at all. Like, I'm such an appointment girly, and I'll always go to the doctor. I'm not scared of it or anything, but this one particular session I just like don't want to do, but it'll be good for me. So I'm gonna book that in. BRB. I'm gonna book all of these right now. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is update my tax document. Basically, because I'm self-employed, I have a tax document where I keep track of every source of income, any expenses that I have, and I also have a section where I calculate all my different types of income so I can see how much I've made monthly. So it's time for us to fill that out. And then also on top of that, I'm not sure if I shared this with you guys in my 2025 reset, but I also have a tax document where I keep track of all of mine and Kel's bills, so our rent, internet, phones, electricity, etc. And something else that I'm doing this year that I haven't done in the past is I'm keeping track of all of our medical appointments and how much they cost, just so at the end of the year I can see how much we spent on medical, and then we can have a good medical budget for 2026. This year, especially for me, I have a lot of medical expenses. You guys will know if you watch the vlogs, but I recently started therapy, and then on top of that, I've been having a lot of issues with my stomach, honestly, since 2022, but I'm starting to get some answers, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm so happy that I'm getting to the bottom of all of it, but unfortunately what comes with that is fun medical expenses. So I have actually already completely updated mine and Cal's document for the month already. I kind of just do it as the month goes along. Like, after an appointment, I'll write it down, put in the receipt, and same with when I pay a bill. When I pay a bill, I'll add that into the spreadsheet, save the receipt, etc. So I don't have to do anything on that, but I do have to update my tax document for myself, so my expenses and my income. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm very happy because I did this in the 2025 reset, so I only have a month worth of expenses, and I do know that I have already updated some of my income because I had a little bit of spare time last week. So I honestly don't think this will take longer than 15 minutes, whereas in the past, when I haven't kept up with it and I haven't done it monthly, it's taken hours. Okay, tax document is updated, and now we are up to the last part of this monthly reset, which is to update my calendar and my Notion. I'm not sure if I like doing this last. In my head, I was like, every monthly reset that I do is probably going to be in the same order, but I'm not sure if maybe I should have done this earlier. But anyway, what I'm going to do first is update my calendar. So basically, well, first of all, I'm going to move my laptop down here. It's so much easier when I'm talking to you to just have my laptop down here rather than on my stand. But basically, I use my Apple Calendar for absolutely literally everything. And I have it split into different calendars. So I have life, YouTube/socials, INEG, which is Cal's company, gym, and then freelance. And I have it split into different calendars because I find it easier to keep track of everything that way. And also if I want to just look at what's going on in my own social media stuff, I can turn off all the other calendars. It's just really helpful to do it this way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look at Feb and bulk fill the calendar with anything that I know I have going on. I know I have Role Model this month, Laneway Festival, it's my cousin's 21st and my auntie's 50th. Also, it's mine and Cal's 8-year anniversary, Valentine's Day. There's a lot of fun things happening this month, which to be honest, are probably already in my calendar. Like, let's have a look. Yeah. I do try and put things in my calendar as they come up, but I do love to do a bulk fill at the end of the month just so I can make sure that everything that I have now that I know is happening is in there, and then throughout the month as things pop up, whether it's for Feb, March, April, etc., I can add. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do now. So many fun things on this month, but they're all split up over different weekends. Like I was saying, I have Role Model, which is this weekend, like the weekend coming if you're watching this when this has been posted. Then the weekend after, I have Laneway. Also in that week is Valentine's Day, because Laneway is actually on Valentine's Day, which is crazy. But also in that week, it's mine and Cal's 8-year anniversary. Then the weekend after is my cousin and auntie's joint 21st and 50th. And then the week after that, well, I don't have any plans the weekend after that, but technically it's March 1st. Wait, actually, no. I have Green Day. Cal and I are literally going to Green Day on, I think it's the 1st or 2nd of March. I know this is not a March reset, but I'm gonna quickly add that into my calendar now. So I literally have something on every weekend in Feb, which is so exciting because when I was doing my reflection earlier, one of the things that I said I wished I had more of was fun plans with friends. Not that I didn't have any of them in January, but I would like to have more consistent plans with friends. I feel like sometimes I'll have one week where I'm seeing absolutely everyone and doing everything, and then I won't have anything on the next week. So maybe I accidentally manifested this, but I'm very happy. I also have all of my filming days in here, my editing days for myself, and also for my clients. I'm feeling very good and very organized. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is update this into my Notion. Basically, in my Notion, on my home screen, I have this little section called Weekly Schedule, and I just write out the main things that are happening on each day of the week. I find it's helpful to just have there to kind of just see an outline of the week. And then above that, I have a to-do list, and when it's each of those days, I'll have the full to-do list for that day in there. But it's just kind of nice to see what I have on for the week, like the main things, without having to go to my calendar. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly fill out the weekly schedule. And while I'm doing that, I'm also gonna fill out my YouTube planner. I've spoken about this before, but I have a YouTube planner on my Notion, and this is where I plan out literally every single video that I film. I have the rough title, the film date, the due date, and the post date. So I'm just gonna make sure that everything that I've put into my calendar is reflected in the YouTube planner. I just wanna make sure those are completely synced up. That way nothing gets confusing. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill out my weekly schedule and update my YouTube planner. Okay guys, I am officially reset for February, and I am feeling so good. Like, this has done wonders for my mental health. For context, I woke up in such a, I don't want to say bad mood today, but I was feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling really down, and organizing my life and making sure I had everything in place to the best of my ability has honestly turned my day around. I'm in such a better mood. So I highly recommend doing a little monthly reset. You don't have to do absolutely everything. If you don't have the capacity for that, whether it's physically, mentally, or time-wise, just choose one thing and focus on that, and I swear it will help you so much. Also, if you guys do want my Notion template, I will have that link down below for you guys. When you open it, I think there's just a little section you can click on to duplicate the template or download it. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have any issues with it, just message me and I will let you know. And if you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed, you should definitely subscribe because we're basically best friends at this point. Ooh, what emoji should you comment below? I went to say the pencil, but it's kind of ugly here. Maybe the little memo emoji, this one, or the calendar. Either of these two emojis, comment them below. Oh, and lastly, if there's anything that you think I should add to my monthly reset, if you think it will benefit me or if it's just something you would like to see, please let me know. Like I said, I'm going to be filming these every single month. So if you have any recommendations of things you want me to see or try out, let me know and I can definitely add them in. But I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye!